And we're live. Hi everyone, this is amateurgamer, and I'll be returning to Beyond Our Reason cast. Now we're moving on to 4v4 on Tumult Remake. For the top side, orange is Snorkelwack. I guess this is magenta. Tim 3 Adams. Yellow is Comrade Carl. And red is Win Isaac Win. That name sounds a little familiar. And for the bottom side, we have RMCS Teal. Blue is Citrain. Green is Sigma Sultan. And Armadillo is purple. Have I seen this map? I don't. If I have, it has been a long time. But from the looks of it, you have your starting territory up top. You have this kind of oasis, which is just a lot of energy, unless these also, yeah. And then you have these various locations for metals on the side, metal sites. There's definitely a lot of competition. For the center, the map is pretty wide open, and this terrain makes radar really hard to. It makes it very hard for you to detect the enemy through radar. I hear some combat. Probably just some early harassment. And yeah, with bots, you can definitely try to sneak around the enemy if they're not ready. It seems like these players all have some defenses. So sneaking in to harass is hard. I wouldn't say impossible. Oh, I say that and then I don't see any defenses from Violet. So we have grunts. But the sentry should be able to deal with them. Does Teal have any defenses? Oh, this is a really bad situation. Yeah, against a small group of enemy raiders, to lose that is not great. So it looks like orange is pushing somewhat aggressively. They're gonna have a hard time establishing this unless they have better control of this. I don't know if this terrain will be a problem. Yeah, this is very interesting. Like, given this terrain, I think like rocket units will have a harder time because I don't think they could shoot over it. Ooh, purple is trying to sneak around. But that is not quite working. Yeah, that's the thing. This feels like cheese, so you have like, I guess if you're paying attention, you can kind of catch where enemy movement is. But if your opponent isn't ready, ooh, just out of range. Yeah, I was like, that was just out of range. I think it literally like a step closer, and they probably could have knocked it down. I wonder if it's safer if those units, sorry, these defenses are like behind a bit of a ridge. We have. Wait, did someone already lose a commander? Where? How? That's so early. How? I mean, I see. Oh, where's Teal's commander? Grunt. How did Teal lose her commander already? Because of the enemy maces? I guess if you're not paying attention, yeah, they do go down. That was so weird. I was like, wait, how is there already a commander down? Like, it doesn't look like there has been a lot of engagements yet. And yeah, at this point, it does seem like both sides are kind of splitting. There are some static defenses. That's the thing. Static defenses only pay off if your opponents are pushing into you, or you need a way to withdraw, regroup, and attack again. Otherwise, if your opponent just chip away, I guess it does buy you time. Is purple and green making a push? Because if they push through here, it could be devastating. No, they don't have enough presence here. Meanwhile, we do have these rocket bots. Red is pushing deeper. I don't even know if teal. Okay, never mind. I didn't realize how. Did they just send a bunch of Centurions? We do have some engagements here between blue and yellow, but it doesn't look like either side is really winning decisively. They're repairing that. I don't know if they'll... Oh, both sides are repairing it. Yeah, that's I think blue won that a little bit. I mean, it's still resources you're not getting back. Yeah, red is steadily pushing teal back. It's pretty chaotic, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Magenta, I think that's magenta. I'm really bad with colors. Or these color names. I can kind of tell them apart, kind of. Ooh, interesting. So teal is making a bit of a counter push. The question is, will they keep going? Because this does mean that if they break through here, red doesn't have much to push them back. Yeah, if teal does, ooh, yeah, they outrange the command. Is the commander stuck? Ooh, that is not good. Red is, yellow is also getting pushed back. Yeah, from the looks of it, it does feel like, regarding the engagements, yellow just have been steadily outclassed by blue. Magenta and green are just kind of back and forth. Neither side really making a huge gain. Red had the advantage, but teal was able to get their grave robbers and revive a lot of units, and right now they're pushing straight for red. And I don't think red has. I will honestly not build that. I will honestly build units. So from the looks of it, I wonder if that's a mistake. Oh, are they trying to sandwich? Yeah, no. Teal should have went straight for red. Because there's no guarantee they could, like, crush. So they can embolden their allies. But, honestly, pushing against red's base would be best. Because if they could knock one opponent out, it would make a huge difference. Green is also making a bit of a push. I don't know how far they can get because green and magenta are just kind of back and forth. Now that blue has been emboldened because yellow has been flanked by teal. Yeah, I don't think they have enough to hold this back. Teal just have to keep pushing. Right? They need to eliminate. The moment they eliminate one player, then it's over at that point. Because when it's already looking bad when it's 4v4, it's gonna only get worse when it's 3v3. Yeah, Orange did a good job. I do feel like for this map, because of how wide it is, it really forces all players to chip in. And because all players have to chip in, if you have any differences, like blue was gonna beat yellow eventually. Red got an advantage, but teal eventually came back, so that was like teal was winning. Green and magenta, green purple was like in a stalemate with orange and magenta. But with the other flanks collapsing, like, a stalemate just doesn't help you at all. But yeah, damn. Oh, orange went for tier 2. Well, unfortunately it comes too late. And, like, if it's 1v2, yes, tier 2 can make a difference, assuming your opponent doesn't get tier 2 as well. But, right now... 1v4, even if your opponent didn't tech up, the number of units they have is just so overwhelming. But when your opponent also have tier 2, because I think that's kind of what's happening, yeah. Yeah, for a map this big, you definitely need all 4 players to carry their weight, otherwise you just can't make it work. But overall, it was definitely a close game, and definitely for yellow and red, there were lessons to be learned. I think red was too passive, which allowed teal to come back. When teal lost their commander, honestly, if red was more aggressive, I think they could turn things around. Like, there was a graveyard of units here. If red was able to resurrect those and kept pushing, I think the outcome would be very different. Because it was stalemate for a very long time, and if teal collapses and red start pushing into blue, yeah, it would have been over. So yeah, just shows that there are many instances where one team could win, but if you don't take advantage of the situation, miss the opportunity and give your opponent a chance to come back, you're probably not coming back from it. But damn, it was still fun to watch. Like, at least it's not completely one-sided. But it does showcase that difference in experience and ability to execute, builds and skirmishes does mean that one side just get more and more ahead until eventually one side just wins. Overall, it was a good match. Yes, I mean, one side has to win, okay? There's no way you're not gonna have one side that isn't going to win. I mean, it's RTS. But it does show that people might underestimate this. They're like, oh, I need to have a huge advantage. No, even if you win small trades, it adds up until you might just break through. Like, for teal, they were at a disadvantage, but they eventually clawed back, right? Bit by bit, enlarging their forces, controlled the right flank, helped blue with yellow, and then at that point, the top side just collapsed. So small advantages really matter. And I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a good one.